All right, let's go. Let's see here, y'all. How are you doing? Welcome to Sportsballs. Did I say that in that type of pitch? Sportsballs. Uh, Today, I'm Austin, your host, here trying to keep it together. You're watching PVN, like, subscribe, all that. All right, straight to it. Streams to the face. We're going to be talking about Amanda Nunez, Man City, political advertising stream, political ads streaming on with sports this electoral season, uh, and you know maybe something else. And we're also gonna answer the question definitively, beyond a shadow of a doubt, forever and ever, who's the person who's gonna first athlete who's gonna endorse Cornell West. All right, so let's see here. I seem to remember how to do this from last week. So if you wait just a moment, I'm going to.
Amanda, right here. Congratulations on a win and an amazing career. How long in advance did you know that tonight was going to be your final MMA fight and you were going to walk away after the fact?
When I signed the contract for this fight. I tried to hide for you guys the whole week, but like you guys look like was on top of it. But like I just don't wanna focus on that, focusing on my fight, you know, because I don't wanna keep talking about the retirement all the time. So and I still talking. Imagine if I say like, yeah, I'm gonna retire. I would be all about that. So yeah, I knew the whole time.
Okay, and obviously it was a very dominant performance. I'm curious, you came in on crutches. What injuries did you sustain?
I have a damage in my leg already, and not even supposed to kick anymore because you know I always gonna get hurt. I kick in training, I kick in the fight, so my whole career, imagine it, my leg is just like don't can take anymore, and this is my one of my best weapon, and take it away from me, and every time in the fight I always get hurt, always. So, but I'm glad that I got the win tonight.
Yeah, it was a completely dominant performance.
All right. So yeah, that's the most winningest. I think possibly MMA. I have to double check on that, but definitely winningest woman fighter. 2 belts, retires, and you hear why. I think she's fought about 10 years or so, uh, and yeah, she just can't use her leg anymore. She walked out on crutches, and you when you hurt her every fight. she ends up not being able to walk. She's injured at the end, what have you. You know, uh, yeah, maybe she, but good luck to her. She is gonna go live her life. Uh, Hope she's a Lula supporter. But yeah, shout out to Nunez, legend. Uh, and going on, we're going to look real quick. And I want to read a little bit, a couple of things. Where's and have y'all follow along. There we go. So the Manchester United, or Man City won the treble, which is the Premiership and the Euro and the FA. Here we go. And I'm just going to read you a little bit about it. For one thing, this is only the second time it's been done. And yeah, so let me read you here a little bit. We've got, oh, that is not the one I was looking for. Let's try this again. Well, goodness, what am I doing here? Let's try this again. It appears that it was the article. All over the place over here. So let's see here. Known as City Football Group, they have clubs and locations including New York, Melbourne, Yokohama, and this year brought Brazilian outfit Bahia. So this company, they own out of Abu Dhabi. They own a lot of franchises and they're still growing. And if you read here, I am trying to get to it. It'd be nice if I could mark the pages. So, yes. So here we are. We've got this Abu Dhabi group with 13 football clubs all across, and they purchased them in 2009, right? So City has won. So it's been a great journey over the last 15 years, but I'm excited about the future, and it's about now, the next 10, 15 years too. City has won 7 Premier League titles since 2012, including 5 in the last 6 seasons. However, in February, City were charged with 115 alleged breaches of the Premier League's financial fair play regulations dating back to 2009 and accused of not cooperating in an investigation. So, yeah, that's Man City and their ownership and stuff. But, you know, it is football, soccer, foosball, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, corruption in sports. Probably go hand in hand throughout history. So that is kind of the the topics, or the major little sports topics we got. So real quick, yeah, and next thing we're going to be having a look at is, I don't really have any video for this, but I do have some audio, and I'm just going to let it play for a minute or so, and then I'm going to say a couple things, and then we'll have one more related article, and yeah. So let's just hit play now.
This is Marketplace. I'm Kai Rizdal. There were two big firsts in the world of sports this week. The Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup, and the Denver Nuggets won their first NBA championship. Viewers, of course, had some viewing options, live on TV or streaming. Those streaming deals for big league sports are becoming increasingly lucrative as media companies try and then try some more to reclaim the audiences they have lost to cord cutting. But while streaming is giving sports fans more options, it's creating some headaches for advertisers, most particularly as we head into 2024 political campaigns. Marketplace's Kimberly Adams explains.
This year's NHL finals are likely to be different from next year's, and not just in terms of who raises the Stanley Cup.
The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
By this time next year, big games like that are going to be saturated with political ads.
We've known for a long time that sports and politics are similar.
Ben Engel handles ad buying for Republican clients at National Media Research Planning and Placement. He says that natural connection makes live sports events a great.
By the way, if you Google that little organization he's with, good luck finding something. They ain't got much.
Place to run political ads.
There's competition. People tend to pick a side, cheer for that side, follow that side, watch that side, consuming it as it happens. And they're attentive and engaged, which is what you want out of your audience.
Campaign ad buyers like him even have data about which sports appeal most to which voters.
You know, in terms of partisanship trends we see, college sports traditionally do really well against high turnout Republican voters. You know, NFL does well against both parties. NBA tends to skew toward Democrats.
Rebound, Brown, banks it home.
But as many viewers switch to streaming sports rather than watching on cable or broadcast, it can make it harder for campaigns to reach them with their many ads.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Committed to America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Jesse Conterio is with MIQ Political, which helps place political ads on streaming services, websites, and outdoor displays. He says those many ads need to go many places.
The average U.S. household streams content on 7 paid streaming apps today. And 29% of U.S. households actually subscribe to 10 or more streaming apps.
Oh, that is something that just blows me away right there. 10 streaming apps? I can't even name 10 streaming apps. But we all can look forward to political ads on all those apps. All right. I hope I get I don't know, can I get some Chinese ones by accident? Like the media gets served up wrong or something? Like vote for Xi.
All those subscriptions give campaigns a lot more data to help target those messages and more places to reach voters.
So it just expands the surface area of where you can advertise, and particularly with live sports.
Adam Meldrum is president of the GOP-affiliated media buying company Ad Victory.
You have all of these legacy cable channels and broadcast channels that cover live sports, but then you also have now all this streaming inventory that's available too.
But campaigns are still figuring out how best to use that inventory, and Jesse Conterio says which streams will actually be available.
Whether or not political campaigns will be able to run on all of the apps that have locked in some of those live sporting events is yet to be seen.
Many of the streaming services have ad-free tiers. Media buyers say Amazon Prime and Apple TV Plus currently don't even take political ads, and it's still not clear exactly what some other services will allow. But the bottom line for the 2024 campaigns is that more streaming options probably mean more work and bigger ad spends. Democratic consultant Tim Lim.
You are going to have to be moving into
He actually has a site that exists.
Streaming. Whether or not you want to or not, you have to in order to be able to reach voters.
Lim says that could add another 20 to 25% to campaigns' TV ad budgets. Over the next few election cycles, he expects ads on streaming services will start looking a lot like the ads on local and cable news today. So for sports fans / voters hoping their streaming subscriptions will save them from campaign ads,
you will likely be seeing a lot more political ads on streaming platforms this cycle than you did last cycle.
there's really nowhere left to hide. In Washington, I'm Kimberly Adams for Marketplace.
This is Marketplace.
No place to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Heat's coming for us all. Too bad for the Heat this year. All right. So, yeah, y'all heard that. So that's great. We're going to have more advertising available to us. I tell you what's going to be a hell of a fucking reason to buy the paid version. Do the paid version now. I say that. Fucking sitting here binge watching, Cake Boss, and I just get videos made in real time, because here's the next part. Made in real time, damn near real time, Joan is Awful style, because here's what's going to be on those. And yeah, you see this is paid advertising. It's paid, so yeah, tips for great political ad campaign. What is programmatic advertising? AI? Let's read further. What is programmatic advertising? Using the same kind of technology used to automate investment portfolio allocations, programmatic advertising uses artificial intelligence to automate the advertising process for you. It factors your target market, budget, and marketing campaign goals to determine the best. I'm reading a fucking ad to y'all. I feel, should I be getting paid for this, bitch? Anyway. All right. Programmatic advertising includes native ads, social ads, interactive display, PPC/SEM, video pre-roll, and connected to /streaming video. All right. We're not going to look at all these because we still got one more thing we're going to do before we wrap up here. So I'm just going to skip on down because you heard of here. We'll read this one real quick. PPC and SEM stand for pay per click and search engine marketing. So SEO, pay per click, yada yada. All right. So let's get on down. This is where Cake Boss comes in, y'all. All right. So video pre-roll advertising. Pre-roll refers to the ads that play before a user's desired content streams. In lay terms, it's the ad that pops up before you start watching your video on YouTube or other websites and apps. So why is this a great place to stick a campaign promo? Picture this. The user sits down to enjoy their favorite show. Let's say it's a cake baking competition show. I read ahead. I cheated. Let's say it's a cake baking competition show. Once they get going, their minds are filled with thoughts about who's doing well and who is not, and which cakes look tasty, and what the host is wearing. Tons of things distract from everything else. Then there's a commercial. So comforting. The user is still thinking about what's going to happen next. They're thinking about the cliffhanger, the episode left things on before the break. They're disengaged. Now let's roll things back. Fucking shout out Missy Elliott. What if your political ad aired before all the commotion on the show? We now have a user ready to consume content, and your message pops up before they're whisked away. Now they're receptive to the message and will remember it more reliably. So that's how that basically will go. But man, let's see here if I can. Where are we at? Where are we at? I swear. So my point with this stuff, before I get myself crossed up, is so you're going to be seeing these now, but let's say you're watching the game. Let's say you're watching the Iron Bowl, and it's Auburn versus Alabama. Well, you're an Alabama fan. And no, like that. You're an Alabama fan. Well, you're at home. You're watching it on your stream, on your personal stream, and well, the Biden campaign and the Trump campaign, they take a little look at your profile and whatnot, and suddenly, you know, you got back-to-back advertising where Joe Biden's telling you roll tide, good luck in the second half, and so is Trump, and maybe they even say your fucking name. So yeah, so that is some weird shit to look forward to this upcoming electoral season, and that is a little bit of my thoughts on that. So look forward to that, and we're going to do one more little thing if I can get to it. Here we go. There we go. I ain't trying to lollygag with y'all. Oh, there we go. All right. We asked the age-old question, who will be the first athlete to endorse Cornel West for president? And we have LeBron, Brady, Anthony Bass, and the other ever-famous other. You know, I feel like maybe we should start putting other at the top. I don't know. Anyway, LeBron, and we got a sum total of 31 votes. This is an incredible sample size. Oh God, sports and sample sizes. Oh, don't let them be too small. No. So LeBron came out on top versus Brady and Anthony Bass. Anthony Bass, if you don't know, look him up. And yeah, I think he's still looking for a job. And of course, Brady famously, if you didn't know, is a Trump supporter. And LeBron, you know, he seems to be buying Obama's bullshit. So, and I'm just going to say that I got a couple little bit here. I think I'm hoping maybe Charles Barkley, you know, Nick Saban, but or what I think will most likely happen is I think you might see some female athletes beat them to the punch. So yeah, that's it, y'all. I hope everybody watching this, wherever you are, you've learned a couple things, you enjoyed it, and you know, you can dream about those perfectly built little political ads just for you and your family. Yeah, because they know all that shit too. So yeah, much love, y'all. Solidarity forever. This has been Sportsballs, taking Poli streams to the face in this episode, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Much love.